For me, one of them was when Donna's memory was erased. That just tore me apart because it's someone who grew so much as a person, and just to know that person was going to lose all of that just in that one moment, that was probably one of the worst moments for me in the show. So, yeah.
When he said goodbye to Rose that first time on the beach, it was just... It just left you hanging in this way that was so agonizing, you know? She says, I love you, and he's like, Rose Tyler. You're just like, no!
Did you scream at the TV like I did?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I threw a pillow.
And then, you know, I do have to put a disclaimer on this one. It was like 3 a.m. when I watched David Tennant, you know, the last scene with David Tennant, and I literally bawled for like 30 minutes. It was not good, but it's probably because I was, you know, lack of sleep, and it wasn't me. But that was definitely the moment that rocked me the most.
This is a terrible question. All right, what was the most emotional part? All right, obviously the I don't want to go just tore me up and left me emotionally traumatized.
And then the internet made a GIF out of it for you.
I know. Thanks, internet, for taking my trauma and turning it into something that will be on loop forever. And also, and also the moment where he's saying goodbye to Rose the first time. We're saying goodbye to Rose forever for the first time. And he's talking about how he's burning up a sun just to say goodbye. And he says Rose Tyler, and he just fades out. And like his face for like the 15 seconds before he sees Donna standing all awkward in the TARDIS. That just destroyed me emotionally.
I'm sorry. I really liked David Tennant as the Doctor, and so when we lost him, I think the other attachment with him also, honestly, was that while I had seen a lot of the older episodes first, I hadn't really necessarily seen them in order. I hadn't gotten attached to anyone so much. So he was the first one that I kind of had a journey with. And I knew it was coming. I already knew the concept by then. It wasn't like a shock. Obviously, the 10th's going to be the last, even though there are many other things to indicate that's not at all true. But I was just going, I know it. Stop it. I wished I could pause, and I did not have that capability at the time. So that was just one of those moments where I had to like get over myself as a fan and be like, okay, all right, remember, 1, fiction, 2, this was sort of the concept from the start. So yeah, and then I had to like pep talk myself into going like, you can watch the next Doctor. It's okay. You can do this. You have it within you.
Van Gogh episode, or Van Gogh if you're from the American public school system. Yeah.
I keep on gasping.
At the very end, him in that museum, just being told how, and you know he's going to go back, and that's the end. That's the end of him. That freaking killed me. And for not being like one where we lose a Doctor, I think that was like the most emotional episode of all of them, like heart-wrenching episode. It just made me feel awful on the inside and so happy simultaneously, and like, just conflicted, I guess. So good.